Hello and welcome to EN101. It's the fall 2024 semester. My name's John. I'll be your instructor. And if you sit through this video, I promise, you'll find this class a lot easier than the people who don't watch it are going to find it. Alright, this won't take long at all. I'm just going to give you a tour of the course. What you're looking at here at the very top, you see a welcome message. This is called the course announcement. If you keep up with this, you'll always know what's going on. I'll update this thing weekly, and I'll tell you everything I've graded. That way you can go keep up with your grades. And then I'll tell you everything that's coming up due. That way you always know what's due, what's expected of you. We scroll down, you'll see a series of boxes here. These are called modules. So if you ever hear me or another teacher talk about modules, we're talking about these boxes here in our Brightspace courses. When you get a minute, go through the Start Here module. There's not much in there, but it'd be a good practice just to go through and look at everything. You should always look at the syllabus for every course you're taking. For me, I'm trying to be a lot more laid back, so I stripped my syllabus down to the bare minimum. There's not much on here. You scroll through, that's about it. I'd say go to the end, take a look. If any of this stuff down here applies to you specifically, read it closely. Other than that, really there's not a whole lot you need off this document. Here's something worth knowing. This is an asynchronous class, which means you take it online independently. You never have to come to class. But you do have due dates and times for your assignments. And so your assignments will be due each week, consistently, Thursday at 8 a.m. You can bet on it. Every Thursday morning at 8 a.m., you'll have something that's due. Now, when you work on it, that's up to you. As long as you get the weekly work in by 8 a.m. on Thursday, you're covered. Now, what happens if you miss an assignment? Well, I don't really have a policy on that. I try to be as laid back as possible. So here's what I can tell you. The assignments aren't going to close at 8 a.m. on Thursday. They'll stay open until I get around to grading them. So, shoot for 8 a.m. on Thursday. If you miss that, go and check. If the assignment's still open, get it in. I'll take it. No points off. You don't need to give me any excuses. It's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt me any to grade whatever's in the Dropbox or whatever's in the discussion forum. Now, once I close the assignment, it gets a little trickier. Those of you who are watching this, I'll give you a fast and easy way to get your points without doing any extra work or working backwards. If something's closed and you missed it and you really want the points, just send me an email in Brightspace. Just says, I missed blah. Tell me exactly what you missed. And then just say, is there any way I can get points for it on a future assignment? If you just send me that quick message, 99 times out of 100, I can figure out a way to get you points without you or me doing any extra work. I like to keep life easy. Speaking of email, let's make sure you know how to send me an email. Best way to do it is in Brightspace. That's where we are right now. So you scroll to the top of the page, there's a little envelope up here. You click that, select email. If you send me an email through Brightspace, you're going to get a fast reply, I promise. And if you check your email right now in Brightspace, go look. I already sent you something. All you got to do is reply to that email if you ever need me. How's that for easy? Scroll down. If you want to talk to me in office hours, there you go. You know when to, and where to find me. If none of my office hours work, not a big deal. Send me an email in Brightspace. We'll work something out. We can usually solve most things via email, but in the off chance that we can't solve it via email, then we'll set something up in Zoom or in person. You can go through the rest of this stuff on your own. You don't need me to read that to you. All right, let's take a look at one weekly module. All of my weekly modules look exactly the same. So if I show you one, you'll be ready for all of them. So here we go. At the top, you'll find a weekly video lesson. If you watch that, it will clue you in on to everything that's in this module. I will go over the graded work. I'll show you how I would do it, what my answer would look like, and I'll touch on any other materials in the module that you should be looking at. Now, if you see any due dates and times in these weekly videos, just ignore them. I usually make these once a year and then recycle them for about a year. So ignore the due dates and times you see in the weekly videos and just check your course for the due dates and times that apply to you. Next thing, you'll see a weekly to-do list. I will always let you know everything that's expected for the week, and I'll lay it out clearly and in an organized way so you can get to it just by clicking these little next arrows here. We'll go ahead and do that. Here's your first discussion forum. I tell you the point of doing this work, give you a tip, instructions, things to help you succeed, and I even give you an example so you know exactly what your work should look like. There are no mysteries here. When it comes to grading, I always give students rubrics. If you click on the rubric, you'll see exactly what I'm looking for. Like I don't ever leave students guessing. I never want anybody wondering what I want. I give you examples, I give you rubrics, I give you instructions. And I mentioned due dates just a minute ago. Let me show you where you can see those. Here it is, right at the top of the assignment, August 29th, 8 a.m. You can bet, August 29th, that's a Thursday, 8 a.m., Thursday morning, this will be due. So you never have to wonder in my class. Everything will be consistent. We scroll down a little more. Got a quiz here, notice. August 29th, that'll be Thursday, 8 a.m. So my quizzes, they're 120 minutes, but if you go over 120, it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. They're always multiple choice. You always get 2 tries. The higher score counts. And I'll do you one better here. I don't even have to grade these things. Brightspace grades them for me. So if you miss a quiz, just don't even sweat it. Go take it when you have time. If Brightspace sticks a 0 in the grade book, don't get mad. Don't send me a mean email. It's not a big deal. Just go take the quiz. The 0 disappears and your grade fills in. So no worries there. We keep life easy in this class. All right, so I think I pretty much covered everything that I needed to cover in this video. If anything wasn't clear, if you have any questions about anything, you come up here, click on this little envelope in Brightspace, send me an email, and I'll do my best to clarify.